KTF within Otobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on the show, telling you thank you for always following us.
Pleasant good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us from, and welcome to Focal Online TV. Welcome to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. This morning, I'm your presenter, and my name is Rekfina Komaspar, and I'm here along with my co-presenter. His name is
Lyndon Toba.
We are here to drive you through an interesting conversation relating to our country in the world at large. Only here on Focal Online TV on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. So if you're watching us away from Liberia, we say a pleasant good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Now let's dive into what is in the print this morning from Daily Observer newspaper. All diplomatic official passports rendered invalid. All diplomatic passports rendered invalid. This is from Minister of Foreign Affairs, Madam Sarah Yanti. It says all diplomatic official passports render invalid. We have another interesting headline here under the Daily Observer newspaper. LTA signs quality of service regulation to protect consumers. LTA signs quality of service regulations to protect consumers. This is another interesting one here too from the Daily Observer newspaper. Quickly, we'll transition to the New Dawn newspaper. What is in the print this morning for New Dawn newspaper? New Dawn has a lot of interesting topics and headlines here for discussion this morning. It says model surface in a new group. Mobile models surface in new group. This is interesting. Models surface in another new group. This is really interesting for us to see this morning. As it relates to mobile model, former chairperson of the CDC, that is a coalition for democratic change. This is interesting as well. Trade will boost Africa economy. Trade will boost Africa's economy. Speaker Kofa spoke about it. Trade will boost Africa's economy. This is from the New Dawn newspaper. So quickly, we will now turn over to Kina Lyndon Topa, who will give us the headlines from the front page Africa newspaper and the analyst newspaper. Kina Lyndon Topa.
Thank you, Griffin. From page Africa newspaper say, disappointed Prince Johnson begins plot against Unity Party, signaling an early fallout with the regime. Disappointed Prince Johnson begins plot against Unity Party, signaling an early plot against the regime. Analyst newspapers say, stand up and dismantle the cycle of impunity. Mobile Malu rallies like BBN launches new CSO. Those are the two stories we have for today.
Thanks to you, Lyndon. Of course, we are here this morning to wish you a happy birthday if you are celebrating your birthday today. If you are celebrating your wedding anniversary, Focal Online TV extend our heartfelt congratulations to you as you celebrate today. Please don't forget to move out there with a positive mindset transport of peace and love for your loved ones and that of those who you have an encounter with today. So, of course, there's this rumor that is all around the country that there's a continuum parking at the Freeport in Little and that continuum is embedded with cash. I don't know how true it is.
Yeah, I
But we are media practitioners and we speak about things when it is factual and we have evidence. So we cannot automatically we will not speak to that because there's no proof about that. Of course, when do continuous park mostly at Freeport pick up a goods or whatever you should pick up and go to the designated place. So if a container is parking at Freeport, automatically you don't expect people to just like it's not it doesn't make sense. Let me just say so. But however, in whatever it is, we don't have proof for that, and we love to clear the air that is just a rumor until it becomes a reality, until there are evidence, then we will be able to speak about it. But however, I just hope that money is secure too, because we ourselves we are not far from there. We can go and pick up ours. So for things to join us this morning, this is how we bring to you our top headlines from our different news sources within our country. Like we have Francis Yale. Good morning, Miss Pat. Thank you for joining us this morning. I am watching from Waka Avenue, Parkway, Upper Utopia. Thanks to you, Francis, for joining us this morning. And thanks to all of you who are watching, but you kind of scared to make use of our comment section. Please do. This is how we notify all of our viewers watching us as we go ahead and bring to you the news for today. So let's take a short break, folks. When we get back, we fill you in directly on our news presentation for today, beginning from the Daily Observer newspaper. Please stay with me as I will be right back shortly with the news. Okay, folks, welcome back. Welcome back to the daily edition of Inside Your Print Media with your two presenters. My name is Rebecca Karajpar, and I'm here with
Kaylin Toba.
Kaylin Tupper, and we are here to fill you in on information related to our country, Liberia, and the world at large on Folklore on TV. All diplomatic official passports render invalid. All diplomatic official passports render invalid. This is from the Daily Observer newspaper. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs needs its lack records on all the holders of the Liberian diplomatic passports and as such has embarked on a rigorous anti-fraud campaign to ensure that all diplomatic, official, and service passport holders meet official eligibility requirements. Foreign Minister Sarah Beslow Yancy has therefore recalled all such passports due to the lack of proper records and eligibility verification for holders. In a directed issue on Monday, March 18, Minister Yanti called on all Liberian citizens and non-Liberians who are not eligible for diplomatic, official, and service passport to return the passports to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs starting tomorrow, March 19, 2024. Starting March 19, 2024, individuals who do not meet the official requirement of these passports are urged to return them to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs starting by April 8, 2024 for cancellation. Failure to do so will result in the passport being deemed invalid and unusable. The minister emphasized that reassurance of diplomatic and service passport will be solely based on eligibility without any additional charges to citizens. Reissuing of diplomatic and service passport will be based on eligibility. The cost of the replacement of said passport will be free of charge to all our citizens, Minister Yanti said. All Liberian citizens and non-Liberians who are not eligible for diplomatic, official, and service passport should kindly return the passport to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs regardless of the duration of the validity period. Those passports will be cancelled with immediate effect. She stressed all those with multiple diplomatic, official, and service passports are hereby informed that those extra passports will be cancelled with immediate effect. Those in possession of multiple passports not in compliance with regulation will have the extras cancelled immediately. Moreover, the foreign minister announced the suspension of the July 2010 revised passport regulations and reinstated the March 2016 passport regulation with immediate effect. Due to national security concerns, she explained the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs hereby suspends with immediate effect the July 2023 revised passport regulation and reinstates the March 2016 passport regulation. The foreign minister emphasized all those very diplomatic, official, and service passports as privileged passports with a duration of more than 2 years are hereby requested to return them to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs beginning tomorrow, March 19, 2024. In this exercise will end on March 8, 2024. Today is March 20, so the passport process it began yesterday at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So this is how we now dive quickly to another top headline here from the US7 newspaper. Please, if you have a diplomatic passport and it's in your possession, and you know you are not to have it, be honest with yourself and repair back because it's going to be cancer in a sooner date. Please take note of that. LTA signs quality of service regulation to promote protect consumers. Liberia Telecommunication Authority signs quality of service regulations to promote protect consumers. The Liberia Telecommunication Authority signed the quality of service regulation on Monday, ushering in consumer protection laws that will detect measure for expectation between consumers and mobile network providers. The regulations will hold mobile network operators (MNOs) responsible for a number of tasks and spell out consumers' responsibilities. Among the provisions are the swift handling of consumers' complaints and the restoration of data and many loss in packages when network fail due to the fault on the consumer. Consumers too have the responsibility to carefully read the terms and conditions of the contract they accept. Dropped calls and delayed connection are two of the key performance indicators (KPI) that will be carefully measured. Penalties are spelled out for failure to adhere to set parameters. In remarks during the signing, LTA chairperson Edwina Krumzaka said today take this step forward in ensuring that your phone calls are clear, your internet is faster, and your overall telecommunications experience is better. She expressed gratitude to all stakeholders who have contributed to this momentous occasion. Government honors Liberia, Losatel, MTN, LTC Mobile, NATELCO, and telecommunications consumers from our nationwide consultation. All your comments contributed to the solid regulation. Special appreciation to the drafting and review teams at the LTA, she declared. Signed on Monday, March 18th, this regulation, the first of its kind since the sector's inception in the early 2000s, is expected to ensure enhanced value and benefit to consumers and service providers. LCA took almost 2 years to complete a public consultation process. Their teams toured all 50 counties, holding town hall meetings to gather consumer experience and then sharing the service providers for their input. A detailed document is the culmination of inputs from all stakeholders. This is how we turn over quickly to Kelly Park from the front page African newspaper for our news presentation.
Thank you, Griffin Nasipa. Disappointed Prince Johnson begins plot against Unity Party, signaling an early fallout with the regime. Amid the favorite of the 2023 campaign elections, Joseph Walker's decision to align with Nima County Senator Prince White Johnson stirred apprehension. Many feared that Senator Johnson might wield excessive influence over the presidency, particularly with his godson Jeremiah Cohn, selected as Walker vice presidential candidate. The alignment even led to the great divide between Walker and his longtime ally Bernard Ure, who were vehemently opposed to Mr. Cummings of the ANC presidency in support of Walker's presidency. For Walker, teaming up with the former rebel general turned politician and pastor was a top necessity for winning the presidential election, as Senator Johnson could easily sway the majority of votes from his vote reached Nima towards the Unity Party. And indeed, Senator Johnson delivered Nima County. Walker obtained 74.14% of the votes in Nima County. Unarguably, the Nima votes capitulated him to the presidency. PYJ motive versus Walker's intent. The trend of events during the elections campaign revealed that Nima County Senator had three motives of agreeing to support Walker's after his fallout with the incumbent George Weah. Senator Johnson's fallout with Weah stemmed from his frustration with the regime during his latter days when he could no longer exercise influence and carry out his usual pay for play, for which he was sanctioned by the United States Department of Treasury. President Weah at the time became adamant on Senator Johnson's request, especially when his attempts to plug some kinsmen and women in specific government positions fell flat. Coming on board with Walker and having his godson as the running mate to Walker signaled the new dawn of a new beginning for him. This alignment presented what appeared to be a perfect opportunity for Senator Johnson. In his view, the 79-year-old Walker is too old and frail to lead. Hence, Kuhn, as vice president, would have to perform many presidential tasks. This could have given him, Senator Johnson, the leverage and protection he had always wanted from sitting government. Beyond that, Senator Johnson also viewed his alignment with Walker and having Jeremiah Kuhn as running mate as an opportunity for Nima to eventually produce president in the future when Walker eventually fades out. In a leaked audio that emerged during the elections campaign, Senator Johnson is heard saying, "We are fighting for Nima County to lead Nimba, and Nimba will win in the name of Jesus. Basa is with us, Bapulu is with us, Bomi is with us, Lofa is with us, Bon County is with us. What is your problem? You are on the radio on me. My brother, I have done nothing. You got to change." He went on to add, "We are fighting for you. You will all turn to this man against our prayer for Nima to produce vice president. This old man is old. We took Jeremiah Kuhn to be vice president. When he wins, isn't that Kuhn that will be doing the job for him? Can we go anywhere? No." So just when many believe that Walker was for a doom by dancing with the devil, the reality is beginning to set in and is creating more frustration for Senator Prince Johnson. With this being said, this is how we will turn it over to Greg Fina for the continuations from the New Dawn newspaper.
Before we continue with our news presentation for today, we love to notify all of our viewers watching. For instance, Abu Bijalo, Amadou Kamara. Abu Bijalo is watching us far away from Monrovia. He's in Grand Bassa County. We appreciate you, Abu Bijalo. A thumbs up to you for always following us on this platform. I am Amadou Kamara. Thank you for joining us too as well. He's following from Patrick Community Resident. Thank you so much, Amadou Kamara. We appreciate you. Model Surface, a new group, join War Crimes Talk campaign. Opposition Coalition for Democratic Change CDC former chairman Moba Molu has surfaced as chairman of a new political group named solidarity, and trust for a new day stand. Molu has vowed to be a strong voice in seeking justice for war victims and crimes against humanity in Liberia. As you have given me the mandate to lead you in this fight, we want to assure you that we will fear no foe in seeking the justice you deserve. He says Sunday, March 17, 2024, at the newly constructed PHP Sport Park in Central Monrovia. Our mobile will have accepted your request to be your chairman. I am not against UP or CDC. Instead, I will seek justice for you, Molu said in an acceptable speech Sunday when the group was formally launched. Molu said the historic assembly of thousands of Liberians at the Unification Park to Stand signifies the beginning of a profound era. The significance of this occasion is profoundly intertwined with the tragic history of these Sunday shores, which senior members of the deposed within Ayatollah regime were apprehended, restrained, and mercilessly executed under the order of Master Sergeant Samuel Kinto, he said. Chairman Molly revealed that following the murder and deception of President Dua and numerous of his associates, the violence persisted, plunging once peaceful Liberia into a state of terror, death, destruction, and unimaginable chaos. According to what he said, he noted that Liberia's moral fabric suffered a profound alteration. Unlike any other West African country with the systematic rape of its daughter, exploitation and forced conscription of its youth into merciless killing and destruction of billions of dollars worth of valuable infrastructure. He said that the Truth and Reconciliation Commission (TRC) process was initiated, executed, and concluded in the pursuit of truth, reconciliation, and justice, yielding significant recommendations. While some pillars of these recommendations were acted upon, Molu said the imperative quest for justice through the establishment of a Harvard War Crimes Court to prosecute serial perpetrators of autocrines remains unfulfilled. This is from the New Dawn newspaper where we have Mobile Kill Molu addressing serious issue as it relates to justice in our country, Liberia. Mobile Molu has left the CDC ruling party that was before, and he's now at another side, and he's now on another side, and that particular side is called State, where he's seeking justice for Liberian people from a very long historical background. He has decided the same frame not to go against the CDC, not to go against the UP. So, Kelly, Ndontopa is going to turn over to you again for conclusion on the analyst newspaper.
Yeah, thank you, Griffin Sipa. Stand up and dismantle the cycle of impunity. Woba Molu rallies Liberians launches new CSO. I will take a stand. I will raise my voice not to cause harm, but up to uphold what is right. These were the words of chairman of the former chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Moba K. Molu, when he launched a new grassroots civil society organization committed to ending the impunity in Liberia. Solidarity and trust at a new day stand. On the occasion of the launch, amid the brazen and deliberate provocation by the main instigators of Liberia's upheaval, who continue to exert political and economic sway while their victims suffer. The chairman of the newly organized movement urged all Liberians to stand up and dismantle the cycle of impunity, stating that those driven by selfishness and greed who ingenerated the flame of destruction but lacked the ability to rebuild a nation must not escape legal consequences. Mr. Molu, who was delivering his maiden speech at the occasion of the launch of his movement at the Unification Park at the PHP across the Barclay Training Center, says the establishment of the movement stands is a response to growing social movement advocating for collective change, draws inspiration from a recent legislation passed by the Honorable National Legislature, which authorizes the establishment of a war and economic crime code for Liberia. While applauding the significant step forward, Molo noted that the movement stand calls on the Liberian people to act in the best interest of the nations by aligning with the House of Representatives in establishing a war crime code to prosecute senior perpetrator of egregious crime. It is evident that any unforeseen delay in the Honorable Senate thoughtful decision regarding concurrence may cast doubt on the integrity of this esteemed institution, implying that may be cheating war criminals who rightfully should face imprisonment as a result of due judicial process. With this being said, this is how we turn it over to Greg Fina for the conclusion of the matter.
Government dedicates modern TVET facility in Maryland County. Government dedicates modern TVET facility in Maryland County. School authorities in Maryland County have dedicated a modern technical and vocational training center, TVET, which is said to be an annex of Cape Palmas High School. Authorities said the center, which will be built in will offer training to multiple areas, including agriculture, auto mechanics, electricity, computer science, carpentry, plumbing, and masonry. The vocational school is open to all those seeking to acquire skills in trade in the county. During the dedication exercise on Friday, in March 2024, several school administrators and students in Maryland County jointly paraded the principal streets of Harper City, celebrating the modern TVS facility. Schools participating in the program were Sarah Gibson Elementary, Harper Demonstration School, Yopi Foundation High School, John Henry High School, E. Otelo Gonga School, and Cape Palmas High School, among others. Addressing the gathering in Lake Shepherd community, Madam Annie Lewon, principal of Cape Palmas High School, disclosed that the vocational school is an annex of Cape Palmas High School. She said that while her school has direct supervision over the TVS school, its doors are open to all the schools across Maryland, including people who are not in the desire to learn or train. The Cape Palmas High School principal told county residents that vocational training services are not free like those at other institutions around the country. She pointed out that the entrance registration for the trade school was scheduled to begin Monday, 18 March 2024. Monday, 18 March 2024, but Cape Palmas High School students are exempted from the entrance. She explained further that the institution is not a come let go graduate institution. So if there's a mindset from citizens, they should change such plans, Madam Slewon warned people. The Cape Palmas High School principal lauded the school faculty and public for allowing their children and students to participate in the dedication ceremony. Let me say to all of you who gather here today, this is a golden opportunity for our people, and we need to embrace it by encouraging our citizens to see this institution as our own. She said, "This is how we wrap up things this morning. Thanks for joining us. Just so you know, we have a very important update from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and we encourage all of our Liberian citizens to please, about with that is from the Minister, Madam Sarah Besloyanti, as it relates to the passport, all diplomatic official passport rendered invalid. And this process began yesterday. It should be ending in April. So we encourage all of you who are holding diplomatic passport and you know you are not a diplomatic person or you are not qualified, please return the passport back to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, even if the time reaches in that particular date for you to return passes by. And you still have to the passport in your possession, you can still return it. That is from the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Failure to do so will result in the passport being deemed invalid and unusable. Failure to do so will make you not to be able to use that passport anyway, meaning it's going to be invalid and it will not be useful for you again. The minister emphasized that reinsurance of diplomatic and service passport will be solely based on eligibility. So if you are not eligible for a diplomatic passport, you cannot have it. Some of you have gotten this diplomatic passport and you know it yourself that you're not eligible to have a diplomatic passport. So that is from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, from our newly inducted Minister, Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti.
I think the step taken by Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti has since received some level of international recommendations. You have the U.S. Embassy commending the Minister of Foreign Affairs for the initial steps she has taken. Few years ago, the Liberian passport has lost its reputation. So, owing to the fact that we can have such an exercise conducted, and it should be very, very impartial, and the intent is actually good. You understand? So, we want to commend Sarah Beslow Yanti for this particular step taken.
Yeah, sure. So we really, really love to commend you for your hard work. We hope you don't stop